Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3. And last time I demonstrated the fact that for some people, the joke is funnier when you explain it.
Yes, no, neurodivergence happened. And also welcome back to Branwen Makes Puns.
Yeah.
Episode 70 billion.
What's inside?
It's just what I do.
Oh, we're gonna have to travel through that, aren't we? Okay. This is just... I think we want the rope. I think we have tongues, but I'm gonna take some just to be sure. Also, there is a statue here. That is probably controlling this portcullis. And I know I said that way off, but there's
I wasn't sorry.
Go on.
So I don't want to like correct you or make fun of you or everything like that because
Yep.
pronunciation is hard.
Yep.
It's portcullis.
You know,
Just
I knew
for
that.
your information.
I knew that, and for some reason, brain failed at seeing the word. I don't know. Weird. Okay.
So, as we have said previously, neurodivergence. Also, I believe that book there
It seems
is something that Shadowheart might want to look at.
So I'm going to put Shadowheart in the control then. Let's see.
I'll give it a try.
Oh no, we're all doomed.
Fascinating that such... Oh, you can read this, actually, if you want.
Fascinating that such a seemingly valuable object has proven so difficult to track down. Indeed, treasure hunters the realm over have travelled to the Sword Coast with one goal in mind: to find the Night Song. Yet by each they have failed, indicating dead ends, rebuffs, or else disappearing altogether. My latest inquiry was with a half-orc named Grayley, who insisted he come as close as possible to the relic as one may go without forfeiting his or her life. He indicated that the object is not, as most reports indicate, in the Selûnite fort adjacent to the river Chionthar. It is in fact held in an old Sharan fortress somewhere in the environs of Moonrise Towers. However, Grayley reported that some kind of potent shadow prevents one from approaching where this fortress might be.
Side note... Go on.
Let's try this way.
Shadowlands.
Yeah. So, side note, this, D&D, you often start thinking like Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter are like the good cities. Yeah.
They're better than a lot of cities, but they are like particularly Waterdeep is a capitalist hellscape.
Capitalist has some good aligned people in control of it. That's
Yes.
not great. What the heck is going on here?
There is the trap is shooting magic missiles at things that approach the gate.
That's terrifying.
I mean, very powerful magical missiles as well. Like, not magic missiles, but...
Yeah.
Because that was... one of them did 10 damage to it.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Yeah, no, I saw that. That was pretty buff.
One day I'll catch
Yeah.
a break.
Torch, heavy crossbow. Okay, so...
This is a Cellulite fortress, right? Anyway, go on.
Selûnite fortress, yes. That statue that is powering the things like, do we want to turn it off or not?
I think to travel forward we might have to. I mean, maybe we don't have to because there's this over here.
There's that over there. There's a couple of jumping down points where we're standing.
Yeah. Except for... Yeah, there's a couple jumping down points here. There is a lever to turn it on and off.
Is that in the area we're at, or...?
It's over here. I don't know that it turns it on and off. I just know it's a lever, and the only thing I can think of for a lever to be is either the portcullis or the statue. Also, I'm going to grab this and put it in our inventory because it's a book.
Okay. Yep. Also, portcullis.
Portcullis, yeah, portcullis.
Just remember, portcullis is a good name for one of your Titans characters. But that would technically be Portocles.
Yep, which would be, or Patroclus. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, but Patroclus is like... Patroclus is baller.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we turn this off, the only thing is that this is a gateway between the Underdark and the surface world.
Yeah, and I'm not entirely sure about that.
Can we take a look at the statue for a moment?
I don't know that we have an examination. Oh, there's a moonstone.
No. I don't want to examine it. I just want to visually inspect it because that is a depiction of Mistra.
It's half-elven.
Good.
Nope, not half-elven. Yeah, that is definitely Mistra. That's blue.
It's blue. She's got the Mistran symbol on the banner behind her.
I mean, the original Mistra was Saloon's daughter? Creation?
Yes, correct. I mean, technically Midnight also is because, passing on mantles and stuff like that.
Yeah, she stepped into the mantle, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same role. I mean, although also technically not as well because... But sorry.
Midnight has better taste in men than Maestra.
I would also point out that I believe Mistra or Maestra, whichever, I'm not sure the exact pronunciation, but Mistra, the previous Mistra I don't think was the original either.
They have a tendency to... Because the one in the Fall of Magic, or in the Fall of Neferil, the one that came back wasn't quite the same, I don't think.
Yeah, which kind of makes sense.
Because for those of you that don't know, the Faerunian gods are less like forces of nature than they are divine bureaucrats and functionaries. Their existence is necessary to make things work, but...
A lot of them are ascended mortals.
Yeah. It's a job that needs filling. So I'm really not sure about opening the gate. I mean, I know it's completely an RP thing, but it's going to make it hard to come back. But I think...
So the thing about coming back is that we have a monk with jump.
True. Yep.
And this crenellation has more holes in it than actual crenellation. So I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's... Oh wow, that's not actually... It was a trap.
It was a trap, but it didn't read as a trap.
Yeah, and we didn't notice it, and didn't get a roll thing.
Yes.
I'm betting you can climb up and down the brickwork around here.
It won't let me go to here, so I don't think we would be able to.
Oh, okay.
So, but there is a ladder here.
There, yeah, or vines,
Yep.
as the case may. Knotted roots. There
Yep.
we go.
Yep. My pass without trace is gone, so we're probably not very sneaky.
Oh, that's okay. We can do combat. Oh,
There's a skeleton.
statues.
Yeah. Petrified drow. Petrified drow. Petrified drow.
So, petrified person lying on the ground there.
That's a skeleton.
Up with us. Up with us.
Oh, yeah. They were trying to block something from hitting them.
Yeah, or block their sight. So, I am betting Basilisk.
Basilisk, yeah. I mean, the other options is like Medusa or Beholder. They wouldn't throw a Beholder at a level 5 party, would they?
I mean, we might be able to talk it down if they have.
I think this is a time for a save.
It is definitely time for a save. How are we doing for time?
11 minutes.
Okay. That we have done or remaining?
That we have done.
Awesome.
Sorry. Okay, there's also some fumes there that we know are explosive. Because it's having that same image as the explosive fumes, which we've managed not to explode in the hag's place.
Yeah. Luckily, we have somebody with a firebolt, so...
Yep. There's a cracked rock there to ascend or descend. Okay. Oh, good grief. Come on. No, no. I hate that. Oh no. I'm gonna let the cutscene play, and then I think I might end up doing a... Because it looks like Shadowheart wandered into... Oh, nope, just all of us. It's not a Beholder, but it's Beholder Kin.
That's a Spectre. Spectator.
Yep. And... oh, joy.
Right, we're surprised. And it gets a million actions. That person's new.
He got de-petrified and charmed.
Oh.
I'm paralyzed.
Oh, darkness. Okay,
Yeah.
so first we have to move out of the darkness.
Yep, so I think here... no longer blinded. Let me pull... let me do a tactical view. Oh, the charm forms a heart.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so my suggestion would be guiding bolt. Did we not sleep before doing this?
We did not sleep before doing this. Want to do a load?
That's a good plan.
Because I was just looking, I was like, you have 1 second level slot, Shadowheart. That's, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, we forgot to go back to camp and have a sleep after doing all of the things and then deciding to come to the Underdark.
Yeah.
We are so good at this game.
We are great. Yep. Was a neat cutscene, though. I think that's one you're supposed to try to sneak past.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
camp.
mean, yeah, we can go to camp if you want to try and sneak past it, we can.
I think going to camp regardless is a good idea.
Oh, no, I meant after we got back from camp.
Yep. Or we can try to
Pardon
find
me.
it. Yep. Okay.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Yay. Okay, talking to people.
So,
Hey,
me
soldier.
being... I will let you do this.
Sorry.
We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. She favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted.
Do you think she'll keep coming after you?
I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride. No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
Okay, change the subject because I don't have any other option. This isn't where I thought I'd end up. How about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
Urchin, I don't think back in my home. I think this.
I can picture you getting mixed up in some outrageous shit. Giants, beholders, Thayans, the works. Maybe once we've wrapped up the current shenanigans, we'll rest a bit and find some new heap of troubles to throw ourselves at.
Awesome. Unfortunately, there wasn't a Karlak approves there, so I still haven't worked on romance options. But anyway, you were saying me being me.
Sorry, Thrith, give me 1 minute.
No worries. I'm going to explore the Underdark camp because it is interesting.
Is that blood? No, never mind. On my way. Still alive, so that's progress. Good time for a chat.
Yes, kin. Speak. It is over where I am concerned.
We won't survive this if we don't stand together.
It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor. I have a confession. I was too hasty to judge you. I thought you witless, gutless, unimpressively bland.
And what about... And I thought you cruel, stubborn, and judgmental.
Yes, all that is true. I am cold as the sea of night. But you have stoked fires I didn't know I possessed. I swear, you would tear the horns off one dragon for plunging into another. You've gained my respect, and more still, my yearning. When I come near, your odor alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hair stand on end. If you must know, Vlaakith requires everything of her children. Think of how many bruises you've inflicted, how much blood you've drawn in the Undying Queen's name. I know only blood red and death black. My mind is silver, and my body steel. I am what I must be, say what I must be, to survive every beast I face and every wound I bear. Enough talk. I will be plain. I want to taste you. Perhaps tonight, perhaps later. But I want it all the same. Do you?
Again, I am sorry, but we're not doing much with your character. If I were doing a run where you were more in the party, sure, but...
Your loss, I fear. One day soon, you will wonder how my lips might have tasted, how my fingers on your skin might have felt, and you will wish you could return to this lost moment.
Okay.
On my way.
We could also, I guess, talk to Scratch. I think I'm still speaking at animals.
Hope you're keeping well, friend. Master. Friend. I stayed with him until I knew he was gone. I'll never forget him. But I'm glad to have met you.
I am back, by the way.
Welcome back. You kind of missed Lae'zel coming on to me again, and me being apologetic because I'm sorry, Lae'zel, you're not in the party, and I feel wrong for responding to that. I mean, you are in the party, but we're not really doing anything with you.
See, this is why one of, I think, the best mods for this game is the mod that lets you have as many people as you want in the party.
Oh god, I would love to have like 6 people, really. A good classic gold box 6-person party, you know?
Yep. A good classic Baldur's Gate party.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that would be actually, it is. It was a 6-person party in Baldur's Gate.
It was.
It's 5 if you have NPCs in Temple of Ultimate Evil, of Elemental Evil video game too, isn't it? When did they start bringing it down to 4 or 5?
Probably, I mean, there aren't too many 5th edition games, but I think 4 players being the standard, quote unquote, meant that they just wanted to do that. Also, I think it keeps the requirements for the game down a bit.
Yeah.
But you know, like they don't have to do encounter scaling at all either, which is,
which I hope that mod does, but that would be a lot of work on the modder.
Yeah, I honestly, like, I'm not too worried. Just, you know, play this. If you want to play this seriously, just play it without mods. If you want to experience everything, you know, yeah, it's a little easier. Cool.
I plan to play this.
It makes more sense that everyone comes with you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
Because, like, let's see here. If I were doing this as a solo player and I would play with that mod, I don't want to do it, put mods in until I've completed it once, and I haven't even got through Act 1 yet. So,
yeah.
But I would do, let's see here, my character, Karlach, Shadowheart, Lae'zel, Will, and that's 5. Who would be an I'm sitting here gearing myself up to say Gale.
Yeah, I mean,
Halson maybe rather than Gale.
I will say that, like, as much as I may dislike some of these characters,
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, like, at least the writing's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm still amazed that I mean everybody really likes Asterion, but that first scene is kind of a no.
Ev- Everyone really thirsts over Asterion.
True. Yeah.
Let's be frank. There's a lot of thirst posting around Asterion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gale is also attracting a lot of attention, but his initial thing is not as aggressively trying to kill you as
I
Asterion.
mean, like, I am never going to get Gale's appeal because I'm sapphic, but I I can see why, like, he's probably handsome and well spoken, and he is well spoken. I can understand why Mistra could, you know, if Mistra was less intelligent, I could understand why someone would find him, like, would find him interesting.
Yeah, I find it very doubtful that Midnight Mistra would find him attractive.
I find it like Elminster I can understand.
That would have been prior Mistra, yeah.
That was prior Mistra. B, Elminster was always like supernaturally intelligent.
Yeah.
Gale's personality is not. But please continue. I think.
Anyway, we're getting to the end of this video, so like, Lae'zel is another redemption rehabilitation of a fascist story. You know, breaking her free from a cult. If you go that way, her and Shadowheart are kind of mirrors of that. They're both kind of break them free from whichever cult they're part of. But
Yeah.
both of them do that story much better than Asterion does as an introduction into it, you know? Because the first introduction you have to Asterion is him trying to kill you. And the first introduction you have to his secret is him trying to bite you.
Yeah. I mean, there is something to be said for, like, we need all of the help we can get, even if this isn't the help that we'd asked for. But Asterion really goes out of his. They really go out of their way to make killing Asterion understandable at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I understand he has some deep, interesting story to him that cuts through, but I also understand that if you follow his story through to the end, he's still a terrible person. He's just a terrible person that cares about you.
I mean, yeah, like, I think if you could criticize the stories that are being told here, there is a lot of, but no, I can fix him going on.
Yeah, yeah, and
I'm not down with that, which is why, you know, just killing Asterion and just, like, letting Lae'zel hoist herself on her own petard, I'm cool with.
But even with Lae'zel, the thing, the hoist on it is far more natural with Lae'zel because she's forced to be outside of the whole undying queen thing and gets acclimated to, and she doesn't actively try to betray you the way Asterion does, seemingly by breathing.
No, she just like insults you all of the time and is unpleasant to work with.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, like, we are also biased because both of us like girls.
This is true. Yeah, this is true. I have to admit that I don't understand people that like villains, and then I look at all the Kodachis in my favorite list. There is an element of I can fix him, even all of us, unfortunately, but I guess I'm gonna hold off on anywhere. We're at 30 minutes, so I'm gonna switch videos. But yeah, I definitely love all the writing.
Yes.
Anyway,
I understand why people make the choices that they do in this game, but there is a point, like, I'm not sure I can justify saving Minthara either, except for just the fact that you can do it. But yeah, please continue. Let's get to a new video. And
let's see.